Hi, welcome to No Jacket Required. I'm Chris Pagnozzi. I have Nick Thune here. Nick, thank you. Welcome to the booth.
Let's let the cameras notice. We're not in court, are we? Let the cameras notice that I did break my elbow and wrist in Tampa.
Ouch.
Yep. Can we get a 3-camera shot? Let's get you in there, too. This is, they gave me what looks like just what people wear when they go bowling.
Yeah.
Rather than like a cast that would make people think I'm injured.
It is a hip cast.
It's pretty hip, yeah, there's some things. And also, let's let the cameras also notice that Jerry Seinfeld signed this cast last week. Yeah, let's zoom in. Let's do a slow zoom on that camera, then I'm gonna pan over to this. I wanna get a real fast zoom.
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm, Seinfeld. Can I tell you how I broke my arm?
Yes.
I think it's slightly stupid, but I was carrying a pizza at 1 a.m. in Tampa across a cobblestone street. Just sounds romantic. And remembered that I forgot my soda, so I handed the pizza over to my buddy and was like, I'll be right back. Fall, land on my arm. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That was snooze.
Snooze it.
Snooze it.
So, wait. So you're...
Land on my arm. My first reaction was, I think I just broke my arm. And he goes, let me see it. He looked at it, he said, no, it doesn't look broken.
How does he know?
Because there wasn't like a bone. It wasn't like Kevin Ware or something where there's like a bone sticking out of my arm. And so I had 3 pieces of pizza immediately. And then slept on it. Not like physically on it, just slept. And then woke up at 6 a.m. with what felt like no arm. Went to the Tampa hospital, Tampa General.
Tampa.
First thing they said to me in the hospital was, okay, well, we got to get your pants and shirt off so we can x-ray your arm.
Okay, why the pants?
Yeah, no, I think it was they were messing with me. I was the only patient in the emergency room. Seriously, there was no one else.
6 a.m.
And so they put my arm on a table in this x-ray room, they start raising it. This lady, like it hurt, so I jumped up and hit my head on the x-ray machine, just trying to get my arm back, because it's like, they didn't warn me about my arm raising.
Right.
And then she actually came out and said, stop hitting your head on the x-ray machine, as if it was a thing I was doing. And then I said, I'm sorry, I'm just in so much pain. And she said, well, then maybe we don't have to do x-rays. Like, in a way of like, it was my mom and I'm in trouble, like I didn't eat my broccoli. Like, well, maybe we don't have to do dessert then.
Well, you're like, well, maybe I could put my pants back on.
Yeah, maybe, why don't we just do pants on for my arm x-ray? Yeah. And then they gave me a Percocet. But there was a great comedic moment where I knew that I still had it when I was in the hospital.
I still got it.
They were typing in my information and like, what's your phone number, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, ask me who my emergency contact was. And I just said, just put 911. And she laughed and she said, that was the first time she heard that one. Coming from a nurse, that meant a lot.
She's heard them all.
Yeah.
She's heard them all.
And then a minute later, she asked me if I had any pre-existing medical conditions. And I asked her if having a huge heart was one. And then she said, okay, that's enough with you trying to be funny. And I said, well, it's a metaphorical condition that I'm dealing with.
And she's like, all right, you can put your pants back on. Mm-hmm. I broke my collarbone once. There's not a lot they can do for that.
That's a painful break, I hear.
Yeah, you can't sling it. Mm-hmm. You can't sling that.
It's just something you gotta like.
It's like a figure 8 you have to wear.
You just gotta trust that it's growing back.
Yeah, it's still sore. It was like, I was on the wrestling team. And that
still
happened.
sore?
Yeah.
A wrestler?
Yeah.
Nice, WWF or?
Yeah, backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Backyard brawling.
Yeah.
Your writing process has to be completely different from most stand-ups because you're also writing music. Mm-hmm. So now when you've got a new bit, do you think of like, oh, I've got the chords first, or you're like, nope, I know the tone of the joke?
Yeah, I'd say like my set would be like 50-50 with guitar or without guitar. And the parts that have guitar, it's like I treat it as if it's a kind of like a cinematic score.
Yeah.
And I would say that the music just kind of, the jokes are written first and then slowly the music kind of comes around to it.
I love your Funny or Die videos. Tell me, the one with Andy Richter.
Oh, yes.
Is hilarious. Because it really happened?
Yeah, well, because I went on Conan and they didn't prep me like the day before, like we're going to interview you on the couch. It just happened the day of. They said, hey, let's have a couple things prepared. Conan, maybe we'll bring you to the couch after your set.
Yeah.
And then they did. And I was so nervous as I walked over, I just totally snubbed Richter. Like, I shake Conan's hand and I walked over, and when you watch the video, like Richter stood up, put his hand out, and I just blew right by him and sat down and was just all into Conan and just ignored him and didn't realize it till later that night. My dad pointed it out.
Oh, boy.
It was one of those things where it's like, all right, that's embarrassing. What's the best way to do it? And that's just to draw attention to it and make it seem like a thing. And so I made this fake movie documentary about how that affected my life.
And he was all on board.
He didn't even know about it. Like I made a cut of it and just sent the video over to a producer at Conan, and they showed it to Andy, and they said, "Hey, Andy loves it. He thinks he should be in it." And so then we went back and shot the last little take of it. Yeah.
I want to see the movie. I want to actually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually did a thing on my talk show where he came on my talk show, and we promoted it as if it was a real movie coming out.
Yeah.
That was actually getting promoted as two gay lovers. The promo team did it all wrong. Not friends, but buddies was like the tagline. And
That's good.
A friendship that will bring you to your knees.
Thank you so much, though. This has been great. That was a left-handed handshake.
Thank you. Oh, you got a great left-hander.
Thank you. I practiced that one, too.
For the love of it.
Yeah. All right.
Love of the game.
For the love of the game.